Today's Morning Minute. Kingdom living is designed to fulfill God's purpose. And we read in Romans 8:28, and we know that all things work together for good to those who love God and are called according to his purpose. And then also in Romans 8:28 in the Passion Translation. So we are convinced that every detail of our lives is continually woven together to fit into God's perfect plan of bringing good into our lives. For we are his lovers who have been called to fulfill his designed purpose. Even the bad, wicked, wrong, rebellious, selfish, greedy, lustful, arrogant, prideful, anger, hurt, abuse, and pain, God uses for good to those who love him, are called according to his purpose. No matter what you've done, his ways are always higher than man's ways. He works the impossible. He heals, restores, redeems, reconciles, forgives, and loves beyond man's ability to comprehend in the flesh and brain. After all, he created everything by speaking creation into existence. Can you comprehend this big idea? So how can you comprehend? He works all things together for good, for those who love him and are called according to his purpose. What was meant for evil, God uses for good. He used David's sin of adultery and murder to give birth to Solomon, the wisest and richest man ever to live, through Bathsheba. Also, out of his bloodline came the Messiah, Jesus. God used Peter's denial of him 3 times to birth the foundation of Christianity. God used Paul, the greatest persecutor, killer of Christians, to write a major portion of the New Testament, which is a testimony of God's majesty, love, grace, and mercy. God takes a young baby, Nick Wojciech, born with no legs or arms, and uses him to become an evangelist, spreading the grace of God to the four corners of the world. God's intimacy of love fills your heart. He'll never leave you nor forsake you. There is nothing too big for God. He is greater than cancer, heart disease, divorce, broken relationships, bankruptcy, neglect, loneliness, abuse, and even death. Jesus Christ conquered death, sin, fear, worry, all hurt, all pain, all sickness, and all disease on the cross. Jesus Christ took all judgment on the cross. He can fill your emotional emptiness with life-giving refreshment, which lasts forever. Jesus came to heal the brokenhearted, to visit the spiritually imprisoned, the emotionally starved, and heal the physically and emotionally sick. No matter what your circumstance, problem, or issue, he has commanded you to speak to the problem, and it will be removed. All things work together for good to those who receive God's love, forgiveness, blessings, abundance, truth, and promises according to his purposes. Amen and amen.